Welcome back to Aeon's End. We're playing against the Carapace Queen. So let's just get right into it here. Let's shuffle up our cards a little bit here, and then we'll get into first turn for this round. All right. And who will be going first? Player 1, so not the nemesis. That's a good thing because this cauterizer is not nice. So player 1 is Kadir. Let's go over to her area and have her take her turn. All right, so she's going to be taking her turn. She has full charge now to use her Otherworldly Gate ability. And I'm wondering if she shouldn't just use it right now. She only has 2 spells in her discard pile. But anyway, it's playing or casting spell time. So yes, this is all going to work out just nicely. So the first thing she's going to cast is the 2 spark. No, she's going to cast Feral Lightning first, which is deal 3 damage. She will deal the 3 damage to the Carapace Queen, going from 48 hit points down to 45. So that is excellent as far as getting that done. Then she's going to cast both spark spells one after the other, and she's going to hit the cauterizer that has 3 hit points on it. Now remember, you can only deal 1 damage at a time to the cauterizer, so it's going to go from 3 hit points down to 1, which is not nearly as threatening as it was a moment ago. And now she gets to play cards, but she can also, during her main turn right now, use her Otherworldly Gate ability, and I think she's going to do it. She's going to spend all of her charges on here. Activate during any player's main phase, which is her main phase right now. The player may return up to 3 spells in their discard pile to their hand. So she's going to return Feral Lightning, Kindle, and a Spark into her hand. All right, so that is most excellent. That player may prep up to 2 spells to each of their open breaches this turn. All right, so now this is her hand, which is looking much better than it was a moment ago. All right, so she has the Kindle, which already lets her do a Spark. So it didn't really benefit her a heck of a lot. However, she's going to be able to prep a bunch of spells, which she wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So she's going to prep Kindle and Spark to open breach 2. And she'll put the Feral Lightning, or should we just open a breach? Open breach 5? She has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Costs 5 to open. I wonder if she should do that before she preps these spells. I think she's going to do that. She's going to spend 2, 3, 4, 5 of her ether, and she's going to focus or I don't know. Now I'm thinking that maybe she should just spend 3 to focus it. 2, 3 to focus. Yeah, she's going to spend 3 to focus this breach. It's not open yet. She's going to focus it, and now she's going to put the Feral Lightning on 4, and she'll put the Kindle. We want it to open. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. She'll put the Kindle and the Spark on 2. Just wanted to get this one closer to opening. That leaves her 3 ether left. 1, 2, 3. Actually, oh man, now I'm getting confused. Now she has 3 ether left. She can open this one right now. So that's what she'll do. She will open this breach then by doing that. So she focused it for 3. And then she opened it for 3, which, well, yeah, we'll do it that way. Opened it for 3, focused it for 3, and then she'll put Kindle and Spark on this one because she gets +1 damage on casting. All right, kind of confusing how I did all that, but trust me, I think it worked out okay. All right, and so she spent basically everything. Now she can put her cards back in any order, so she'll put that there, this here. She's going to draw 5 new cards. She only has 3. Her discard will flip over. She'll get 2 more off the top of it for her next hand, which is Vortex Gauntlet, Spark, Crystal, and her Emerald Shard again. All right, good first turn for Kadir. And now it's over to the turn order again. Right, back to turn order, and who is up next? It is player 2. All right, well, we're getting to go before the Carapace Queen this time. That's pretty good. So we're going to go over to Maz-Hadron and have him take his turn. All right, Maz-Hadron has 2 sparks prepped. He's going to cast one of them immediately, and that is going to do the last damage to the Cauterizer, which will get rid of it. It is out of here. So the Cauterizer is destroyed. Still has 1 spark left. He's going to cast it. He's going to hit the Carapace Queen. The Carapace Queen is going to go from 45 hit points down to 44. All right, slowly whittling her down. The Chaos Flail, though, costs 7 ether to get rid of. Wow, I don't even know if we can do that. All right, now it is time for Maz-Hadron to play his cards. He will play the Conclave Scroll, which says gain 1 charge, and it is not empty, so he won't get the other ability, but he's going to gain a charge to there. And now he has Jagged Lightning. Deal 3 damage. You may discard a card in hand. If you do, any player focuses or closed breach, the lowest focused cost. All right, so that's pretty good. So he's going to put that into Open Breach 2. He'll put his Spark in Open Breach 1, leaving him with 2 crystals for 2 ether, and he will power up his special ability. Activate during your main phase. So he could activate it right now. You may gain a gem that costs 4 ether or less from any supply pile. Gravehold gains 4 life. Don't know if we should do that right now or let him hang on to that for a turn. I think we're going to let him hang on to it because Gravehold only has 3 damage. This heals 4. And so he's going to end his turn there. He's going to put his cards in the order, put them that way. He's going to get 5 cards for his next hand. And so he gets another Conclave Scroll. Well, but he can... Okay, we'll carbonize Crystal, and his World Heart Shard. All right, that's going to be his hand for next time. Let's take a look now at the turn order again. All right, back to the turn order. Who's up next? It will be the Nemesis. Well, it had to happen sooner or later. It happened a bit later, but it's Nemesis' turn. We're going to look at the cards. Ouch. Chaos Flail is going to happen. It is happening. Unleash twice. Well, the Unleash ability in the Carapace Queen is add 2 husks to the track. So that's going to happen twice. We're going to add 4 on there. That's not nice. And then any player places their discard pile on top of their deck and shuffles it. Discard pile on top of it. We're going to do that with... I think... Yeah, we're going to do it with Maz-Hadron. And then that player reveals the top 2 cards of their deck and destroys the most expensive card revealed. So we're going to take his discard and his draw deck. We're going to shuffle them all together. We're going to, after I do this for a little while, then we're going to draw the top 2 cards. He's going to destroy the most expensive card that he draws. All right, shuffled enough. Top 2 cards off of Maz-Hadron's deck, and the Conclave Scroll, unfortunately, will have to be destroyed. It's the most expensive, so that will go back on top. And not too terrible. So that's destroyed out of the game. And I think that's all this card does, right? Then shuffle. Then the player reveals top 2 cards, their deck, and destroys the most expensive card. Reveal. Done. All right, the Chaos Flail has done its evil deed. And that's going to be the end of the card. But now, yep, we need to draw another card. I want to forget that. So it's going to happen now. Blot the Sun Power. Discard, lose 4 charges. Okay, we can do that. Maz-Hadron can do that. Power 2. Carapace Queen swarms. Unleash Carapace Queen. Holy man. So she swarms, then she unleashes, then she swarms again. Huh. I think we're going to want to get rid of this card. It only has 2 charges on it. Ooh, man. This might be dangerous. Very dangerous. Although it's not going to happen this episode because the Nemesis has already gone once. So this has to trigger twice before it's going to happen. Wow. Okay, that's the end of the nemesis turn. Up next, I guess we're going to find out who goes again, and it is player 2. All right, well, that's pretty good. So player 2 gets to go again. That's Maz-Hadron. So let's go back to his play area, and he's going to have another turn. All right, so the first thing he's going to do is, unfortunately, well, he's going to use all of his charges, and we're going to get rid of Blot the Sun. How we get rid of it is to discard, lose 4 charges. Well, Maz-Hadron did that. This card goes away, so we're not going to have to worry about it because that's really nasty. All right, it's time to cast spells, and maybe that was supposed to be done in the main phase, but I doesn't say main. Oh yes, it is main phase. Sorry, I did it a little bit out of order. This should happen first and then that, but I won't bother with bringing it back and doing it over again. So just so you know, we should be casting spells first, and then we would be getting rid of that card. But it won't mess anything up, I don't think. So we have the Jagged Lightning spell. Deal 3 damage. You may discard a card in hand if you do. Any player focuses or close breach with the lowest focus cost. So he's going to play that first. It's going to deal 3 damage. He's going to do it right to the Carapace Queen. The Carapace Queen is going to go 44 health down to 41. Excellent. And he can discard a card in hand, which I think he's going to discard one of his crystals. And that is going to focus our Kadir's breach with the lowest focus cost. So let's go over there and focus one of her breaches. All right, and the only breach that isn't open or right now is breach 4, so it's just going to get focused once. Now the spell is going to remain on there. It's only 4 to open breach number 4 now for Kadir. So that's pretty good. Back to Maz-Hadron. He still has a spark spell to cast. All right, and so he will cast the spark spell, and he's going to take off one of the husks from the husk track. Now it's time for him to play cards. All right, and so things didn't work too badly, I don't think. So he's going to play the Conclave Scroll, gain a charge. So back goes a charge. So what we would have done here in order is we would have spent the charges, got rid of the nemesis card, then we would play this card. So that's how the order of things should have happened. I did it a little bit out of order. Then he's going to put Carbonize to open breach 2. And now he can either spend 3 and give Kadir a card or 2 for himself. And I think he's going to... What's he going to do? I think he's going to take the 2 for himself and give himself another charge. And that's going to be the end of his turn, basically, so he can put these cards back in any order. Put them back this way. Draws up 5 cards for his next turn. And he's going to have a Crystal, Crystal, Spark, Spark, and a Crystal. So lots of basic cards for his next turn. All right, back to the turn order deck to see who's going to go next. Turn order deck time. Only 2 cards left. One of them is the Nemesis. Is it this one? No, it's not. Player 1 gets to go. Then the Nemesis is going to end off our episode. All right, so player 1, it's not bad. Player 1 gets to go. Let's go down to Kadir's area here and have her take her turn. All right, we're over with Kadir. First spell she is going to cast is she's going to cast this one, deal 3 damage, Feral Lightning spell. And I think she's going to go ahead and take 1 hit point of health damage. And that 3 damage from the spell, it can be spread over all husks. She's going to take the 3 husks right off the board. Gone. So there's no more husks left on the husk tracker. And next she has these spells. This is in Open Breach 3, which is +1 damage on cast. That is excellent. This is going to do 3 damage, +1 is 4. This is going to do 1 damage, +1 is 2. So 4, 5, 6 damage. She's going to cast it in that order. 6 damage going right at the Carapace Queen. 41 minus 6. We're going to take the Carapace Queen down to 35 health. Almost halfway. Excellent stuff. Casting lots of awesome spells. Now she can play cards in her hand. And once again, this is just excellent. She has the Vortex Gauntlet. Cast any player's prep spell, return that spell to the player's hand. Does she want to cast the Carbonize? I guess she might as well. But anyway, before we get too excited here, let's do the Emerald Shard. Any player gains 1 life. She's actually going to have Maz-Hadron gain a life. He's going to go from 8 health to 9. Then she is going to prep her Spark spell. Yeah, she'll prep it to Open Breach 3 because it's a +1 damage. She has 2 crystals here for 2 ether. She might as well get a charge. Then she'll play Vortex Gauntlet. Cast any player's prep spell. Return that spell to the player's hand. I think she's going to do it for herself. Actually makes the most sense. So she's going to play this, which casts her Spark spell on Open Breach 3, which is going to do 2 damage. This is going to go back in her hand. The nemesis is going to take another 2 damage from 35 down to 33. This is really looking good for us, I think. This goes back in her hand, and guess what? She's going to prep it to Open Breach 3 again for her next turn. That's the end of her turn, so she's going to put the Vortex Gauntlet there, the Emerald Shard, and these 2 here. Things, I think, going pretty well. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for Kadir for her next hand. Crystal, Crystal, Leeching Agate, Spark, and Leeching Agate. So not a lot of spells there, but she did a lot of damage this turn. That's the end of her turn. Of course, the end of the episode now is going to be the Nemesis going into Carapace Queen. All right, up last. There's only 1 card left. We know what it is. The Nemesis. So the Nemesis is going to go. No cards in play. 33 health. Really smacked her down good this time. But, yeah, we need to pull Nemesis card. And it is a Photic Sun. A Photic Sun? Okay. To discard 7 ether again. Wow, it's a power card. 2 on it. Unleash. The player with the most charges suffers 3 damage and loses all their charges. Okay, well, we could live with that. It's not pleasant. It's going to get 2 charges on it. So I'll put a die on here with a 2 on it. And that's really the end of our episode for today. So wow, we've done a pretty darn good job, I think, so far. So we have Kadir at 9 health. We have Maz-Hadron at 9 health. We have the Nemesis Carapace Queen at 33 health. So she's almost halfway down. We have no husks on the husk track. Gravehold still sitting at a pretty healthy 27. And we have this Aphotic Sun power card out here, which doesn't seem to do too much damage if we let it go. And yeah, we'll give this another little bit of shuffle here before the end of our episode. And things, I think, looking okay, but we're not into the level 3 Nemesis cards yet, and I'm sure they are just brutal. So how many Nemesis cards do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we have 14. We have lots left. But we need to do 33 more damage to the Carapace Queen to win the game. I'm feeling confident at this point in the playthrough, but you never know. Things can go south very quickly in this game. So thanks so much for watching along. It's Aeon's End with War Eternal, plus the base game, plus the first 2 expansions, all thrown into the mix for lots of variety. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks to your subscriptions, comments, and likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation, where we have Maz-Hadron and Kadir taking on the Carapace Queen.